Hello and welcome, my beautiful, vibrant souls, to today's reading. So today I figured, I'm just gonna go for it, right? I'm gonna get spicy with you guys and answer a question that I get asked a lot in personal readings, which thank you if you have ever booked a personal reading with me. It means the world to me. Tarot jokes. So yeah, I cannot express my gratitude more deeply. It means so much in a way that they don't make words for, so thank you. But today we're really going to be answering the question, are they your twin flame? Soulmate, the one, divine counterpart, whatever word you use for your special person, like your deeply special person in this lifetime. I've even been known with friends to call it, I'll be like, are you the divine peanut butter or the divine jelly? So the PB to your J or vice versa, whatever it is you want to call it. It's really looking at that question. I do want to kind of put this out here with a caveat that this is a general reading. So only take what resonates. If you're interested in this reading for yourself, for a more personal reading, I do offer a yes or no reading. And the link for my shop is in the description box below. So that might be something that you might want to consider if you are looking to get more guidance for your specific situation. But something else to keep in mind is that this is going to be a yes or no. So I do have cards that are going to answer a yes or no question, as well as a couple of different decks of oracle cards that I'm going to shuffle and pull from. Even if you get an answer that you're not expecting or you were not super excited about, I would, invite you to stay just in case, because whatever connection you're thinking of, the additional cards are going to kind of really go into things about this connection that you need to know. Insights that you may or may not be aware of. You're going to get information about this connection either way. So even if this is not what you're expecting, it can still be beneficial and worthwhile. I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging. So I would invite you to stay, even if you got an answer that you're not super stoked about or you just weren't expecting at all. So with that, I think we are ready to begin. As usual, we have three options in front of us. We have option one with this little teal green starfish. You see? There we go. And normally I try to use the objects that you select the groups from to kind of gain extra insider information. But in this situation, I'm kind of not really drawn to do that, just a heads up. For me personally, on my journey, starfish are like a soulmate, kind of the one sign for me. So I always think about them like that. And I saw these cute little ones at a metaphysical shop in my area and freaked out and got excited and impulse bought them. But I liked it because starfish are a symbol of universal love, but they're also a symbol of adaptability, right? So there's a lot of connections are very versatile, and we are called to adapt and grow as a result, right? So I kind of am leaving it more as a symbol in this particular reading than something to gain intuitive insight off of. So we have group two with this lovely little yellow bitty. Look out there, they're so cute. And we have group three with this blue starfish. My little echinoderms. I think that's what they're called. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments because I like to learn. So take your time, really, meditate, contemplate on your energy, the energy of the connection that you have with this person, their energy, really connect with that and make your intuitive selection from that place to get the best and most accurate results that you can. Once you have decided, head down to the timestamps in the description box below, and that will take you to your selected option. With that, I'm going to get started with group one with our teal starfish friend. Don't fall over. Okay. Hi, group one. Okie dokie. So let us look into it. I'm just giving the deck a quick shuffle. So this is a playing card deck that I like to use for my yes or no's. You can make equivalencies between playing cards and the 52 cards of the minor arcana. It's called cartomancy. It's real dope. All the cool kids are doing it. So this is usually my yes or no deck. So I'm going to pull this card, and then I'm going to pull some oracle cards as well as tarot. Okay, So I just want to give it a little pre-shuffle shuffle. So I'm going to pull them. And like I said, even if you get an answer that you're kind of not prepared for, or you're not like initially super stoked about, I encourage you to hang around for a little bit to get extra information about the connection that you have in question. So is group one's person their twin? Oh, excuse my hiccup. I knew I had one stuck in there. That's what I get for eating like a bunch of pickles earlier. Is group one's person their twin, their divine counterpart, their, the jelly to their PB, or vice versa? Are they the bee's knees in their eyes? Are they their person? Oh, the cards are being difficult. So, oh, okay. This person might not want to say. Excuse me. Okie dokie. Now we'll pull you guys a Romance Angel Oracle card. Sorry if you can hear my dog bark. She is very cute, highly opinionated. Oh God, that almost went into the candle. I was about to be super sad, you guys. All right, I'm looking for information about the person that group one has in question. Oh, it's stuck over here. Biggity boom. Alrighty. And then, oh God, I'm knocking stuff over. You guys, it's a tough, harsh life. I'm also pulling you guys some tarot cards. And I may or may not pull more as needed. I'll pull you guys 4. Okay, here we go. Okie dokie. So, you can tell my deck is well loved because the cards are like a little bit bent. I can't help it. That's how we do. That's how we shuffle. And every day we're shuffling. All right, you know what? It's not going to be perfect. Perfection is unattainable and probably unfulfilling, even if it were attainable. But enough about waxing existential and spiritual. Can you guys see that? Is that, or like, can I scoot this up a little bit for you? All right, there we go. Yeah, okay, cool. So, you guys ready? I'm ready. So, is the person that you have in mind your twin divine counterpart? We have, okay, first of all, South Dakota might be important here with the numbers 2 and 4. You have the 2 of Swords. This is a maybe card. Let's look at what else comes out first and then we'll proliferate on this. So this is usually when you can't tell, right? That this is usually in the traditional tarot, somebody's blindfolded, they've got 2 swords in front of them, they're crossed like in front of them. And this usually means that they're missing a crucial piece of information in order to move forward, because the 2 of Swords is usually a stalemate energy. So there's something where I feel like, because I was really drawn to the fact we have a 2 and then a 4, right? I almost feel like this is something where 4s are about stability. So maybe you know that this person is your twin, but it's like, can we ever be stable? Can we ever make this work? Can we ever figure it out? Because I almost feel like in this 2 of Swords, it's like you guys have like 2 quintessential truths to who you are. Like maybe one person, like I'm just picking an example out of the air. Maybe one person knows that they like always need to be non-monogamous, and the other person always knows that they need to be monogamous. So you might be aware of the depth of the connection, but it feels like there is like an impasse here of something that seems to be, you know, an unstoppable force meets an immovable object kind of a thing. So let's see what else you get, because I'm really curious about that. Like the first one out, we're like, maybe. Okay, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Try not to light my cards on fire. Just kidding, it's down far enough that won't happen, but they get warm. You have constancy. Okay. Interesting, we studied it there. We're just talking about stability. Something's trying to stabilize. Okay. You have support. It says people come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and they move on. While others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. There's this little egg imagery here. That card got so hot for just hovering above a little candle. But for your tarot, you have the Hierophant reversed. Okay. Oh, the Page of Cups. The 4 of Cups reversed. and the Fool. Nice. Okay. So what I'm kind of getting here is, first of all, with constancy, and it's talking about some people come into your life repeatedly and some people, are only here for a short while. Some people stay beside you. What I'm almost getting here is the only constancy in this connection is change, right? With the Hierophant reversed, I feel like there may be this lack of like commitment or stability. So again, maybe it's like they're always in your life, but only in like a friendship capacity or like a situationship. This could be the stumbling block. One of you is dead set on getting married someday. The other of you is dead set on not getting married. Maybe they went through a bad marriage and then they were like, I'll be with you, but I can't marry you, right? And I feel like, because we have the Four of Cups reversed here, looking at the Page of Cups, I feel like somebody here is very like extra sweet, right? They're super duper loving, and this may have been, they've really had to win over the other person. Because the Four of Cups is kind of about sitting out on the sidelines and boredom and apathy and just not really having it, right? And I feel like whoever this person is kind of had to like, they were really, because this cat's again looking intently at this cat. Excuse me, they really had to win over the Four of Cups person. Or like they had to stay, because we had on the bottom of the deck, we had strength, I noticed. They had to really stay patient with them and really kind of dig deep and like find their better nature to accept this person as they are. And I feel like that really spoke to this person. We have a Lotus here, right? That helped really help this person open up and evolve in a huge way. There's a big like spiritual unfurling that has happened as a result of this connection. You guys have helped each other start an important cycle. We have a little teeny tiny butterfly right here. So you guys have assisted each other in a really significant transformation. I feel for most of you who pick this pile, I feel like this is something where this person I'm kind of getting is most likely not your twin, but they are a deep, important spiritual teacher, a high-level soulmate. This could be somebody who, like I said, is in and out of your life for a while. You've had many cycles with this person. You could have known them since childhood with the Page energy here. And I'm going to pull more cards momentarily. For some of you, like I said, you are twins, but there's this, like, there's a barrier in the way that seems like it's unable to be solved. There's a problem with no solution here. It's like the feelings are here. There's a recognition of the importance of these feelings. There's a lot of love, a lot of admiration and appreciation. There's a lot of optimism and positivity about one another. But there's one thing where I feel like one of you is very committed to one viewpoint. I want to know what this is. Okay, hang on. I'm nosy. Is this one? Okay, the Hermit reversed. Yeah, excuse me. And the Five of Swords reversed at the bottom. I feel one of you has experienced relationships in the past, whether this is past romantic relationships or familial relationships, that were very, very challenging. The Five of Swords usually has to deal with petty people, people who will lash out when they feel emotionally triggered, people who are just like, they're argumentative, they want to win just to win. They don't really care about the damage they're doing to the relationship with that person in that moment. They're just going to say what they have to say to win the argument. They'll win the battle, but lose the war because they're short-sighted. And I feel like as a result, one person in this connection likes to kind of be on their own. One person, especially with this fence up right here, and like there's the city on the other side, it's like even if they shut out a lot of opportunities, a lot of people, a lot of life, even if they're living in a very kind of narrow capacity because this cat is in an alleyway, they don't care. Right? And this cat's not even going after the mice right there. It's like they don't care about participating in a lot of parts of life, or like there may be a little bit of kind of like sadness or depression there. And I'm not like a mental health professional, so this is not substitution for professional diagnosis, treatment, or advice. This is just kind of what I'm picking up here. But somebody got very, very badly burned by some type of significant seemingly stable relationship in their life. Again, whether, family, past romantic relationship. I forgot to mention we have Virgo energy here with the Hermit. And I feel like that's why the other person came in with this very authentic love, this very sweet offer, and it like they've had to be very patient while this person opened up to them, warmed up to them. So it's like you've made a lot of progress together. But, you know, this could also be where this person, maybe this person's like, yeah, I want to be with you, but like we can't live together, or I want to be with you, but you never quite get as close as you want. This also could be like, yeah, I want to be with you, but like I said, like I, you know, can't do the commitment thing, or I don't want to get married. There's something here where it's like they need to feel like they have, like they're not walking into whatever the situation was for them. They need to feel like they're not walking into it again, right? Because look at like how like narrow this alley is, and then this cat, there's all this wide expanse in front of them. So, you know, when they're with you, they feel like there's a lot of potential, a lot of, you know, they feel like it's a wide open space. But when it comes to talking about commitment, it immediately kind of starts to make them feel closed off again. And they need like space to feel like they can breathe. So there is the potential for this to be a twin connection. But for a lot of you, I'm getting that's just not the case. If I'm being honest, I do want to pull more cards though. So like, tell me more about this connection, Spirit. Because I want to kind of see what else is going on for you. And I kind of get the sense that you, my viewer, you've like done everything you can do, and you're kind of waiting on this other person to do their healing. It feels like because nothing would, until they heal whatever happened in this situation, nothing can ever fully move forward. And it feels like that's kind of, it might seem like it's a fight about commitment or about marriage or about, you know, whatever that next step is, but it's actually not. It's that impasse because they need to heal from this in order to open up more. So you have, yeah, there it is, the 9 of Wands. Yeah, wow, the 9 of Pentacles and the Sun reversed. Okay, so with the Sun reversed, you really do make this person very happy. There's a lot of positivity here. There is optimism. There's some hope here. But I feel like this person that you're dealing with, first of all, with the 9 of Pentacles, they like to do things alone. They might be a little cocky with the rooster here. They like to do things alone, and we have a small orange cat and a bigger orange cat. So this really does remind me of like parent-child relationships. I feel like they had a really tough childhood, and it's kind of this energy where they've learned through their subconscious programming in childhood to be very defensive. They had to learn to do that in their home growing up, and to kind of fend for themselves and look out for themselves. And it's interesting, look, there's in the lattice work, there's a little mouse right here, and this cat doesn't care. Whatever this is, I feel like this person's just not driven by maybe what they should be, or what you think that they're driven by. So maybe there's something where it's like, you think that they want to not be committed because they want to go chase after other people, and that's just not the case. It's not like, this person's not playing with you either, right? You know, because I'm thinking cat and mouse. So if you feel like this person, maybe they're hot and cold, maybe they're kind of like, come here, go away. And I feel like there's this question of like, are you not committing because you want to keep your options open, like for other people, or are you just like screwing around with me? And that's not the case at all. Whatever the game here is, or whatever you're concerned is the game here, it's not like that. They're not motivated by that. They go back and forth a lot because it's like, they do love you. They do see the value here. They're really impressed by your emotional maturity, but also your openness. You bring each other a lot of happiness. But they also have this defensiveness, and because this cat's looking over here, I feel like they're aware of it now. But I feel like they also don't quite know what to do about it. It's so deeply woven into their patterns by this point. So I want to pull you guys a couple of cards of advice. Because like I said, for many of you, I feel this person's probably not your twin. There is a lot of love here. And there's a lot of growth here, like a ton. Yeah, the 6 of Cups at the bottom. You have past lives with this person. There is this sweetness. There is this love. But I don't think this person's your twin. Or if they are, this is very much a situation where you guys are going to have to decide to be together. This is a stalemate, because it feels like you keep coming back to this over and over and over again. And I almost feel like the ball is in their court. So for advice, you have the Page of Swords reversed. Wow, and the King of Swords reversed. So whenever I see a page and then the king or queen of the same suit, this immediately to me implies a parent-child relationship. So something I'm almost getting is that for you guys, since these were your cards of advice, this I feel is an invitation to look at the relationship you have with your own parents, particularly when it comes to your thoughts and how you communicate. This also could be if this is this person, especially we have a lot of air sign energy here, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If this is this person and their parent, what your team really wants you to know is that, you know, this person, like their parent was very independent, but was also really emotionally closed off, may have been kind of manipulative, really hurtful with their words. Again, very Five of Swords energy, because the King of Swords upright is an excellent communicator, very direct, a little bit blunt sometimes, but effective. But reversed, he lacks the emotional tact, and he's indirect in his communication. So there may have been a lot of kind of like manipulative communication tactics, a lot of hurtful things that were said. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I do feel like this is your person. And this is what they learned how to do. Look how this little cat is like balancing on top of the chair. Like this person, your person has learned to try to kind of walk a thin line, or like be very cautious about, like they watch their step, right? They're very cautious about how they move forward and things. So if there seems like there's times where they're stuck, this is very, very deeply ingrained. And this is because they had a very, like I said, either manipulative, stonewalling, dismissive, you know, hurtful parent. So they need to learn a lot when it comes to communication, especially. Because I feel like they either replicate those patterns themselves when they feel emotionally triggered and thus avoid emotional triggering at all costs, even though it also costs them intimacy. Or when they do get emotionally triggered, they're prone to lash out. So it's like you can't, especially with this Two of Swords imagery, it's like they have the bridge to fixing whatever this problem is in the relationship is good communication. But because they haven't learned how to do that, it's like you can't fix all the other problems because you haven't built that bridge. If that makes sense. So this is what I feel like Spirit really wants you to know, is that until this person heals and fixes these things within themselves, it feels like you're going to be in this stalemate. You're going to be going back and forth and like over and over again in cycles. But this person was meant to help you. I actually want to pull a card about that. What was this person meant to help group one with? What was this person meant to help group one with? Okay. So, wow, the Queen of Swords and the Five of Cups. Okay. It's really interesting because at the bottom was the Two of Cups reversed, and I was almost like, I feel like this person was here to help group one discern what is and isn't an emotionally reciprocal partnership. And this is exactly that. This person was here to help you step into your power. The Queen of Swords does not take any shit, does not even take an iota of shit. She is decisive. She's an excellent boundary setter. She's communicative. I feel like this person helped you to gain the qualities that were in their shadow, that they were lacking. Because it's like, I feel like you did with the Page, you were really loving and extended that emotional energy to them. You're just a very sweet person. And this is opening them up emotionally. But I feel like there's something about the way maybe they keep their distance, where you've really had to learn to set boundaries for yourself, to communicate effectively. And coupled with the Five of Cups, this is really the energy of knowing when to call it quits, knowing when to walk away, and knowing that even though it might bring sadness in the moment, it will yield a better relationship for you later on. It will only make space to bring in an equal partnership. So to answer your question, is this person your twin? I'm feeling for many of you the answer is no, but this person, you have a great and important spiritual role with one another to help you guys open up predominantly like emotionally and communicatively. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Like I said, if you're interested in this reading for yourself, I offer yes or no readings. It's been an honor to get to read for you on this subject. I am wishing you guys the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 2. Bye, guys. Oh no, I'm making a mess. Hi, group 2. Okie dokie. So y'all pick my sweet little yellow starfish. I love him. I want to name him Henry, but I have no idea why. So I'm going to be pulling a yes or no card from my little cartomancy deck. And like I said, this is going to be straight up answering the question yes or no. And then I'm going to be pulling oracle cards from a couple different decks and tarot cards. So there's a lot to get into today to answer the question. Is the person that you have in mind, your special person, your twin, your counterpart, you're the one, you know? So is group 2's person their twin? Lay it on me, Spirit. We got an interesting one for group 1. Nope. Ah. Hang on. I already saw it, but I tried not to because I like, oh, the 9 of Cups is at the bottom. That's sweet. I like that. Okay. Is group 2's person their twin, their counterpart? They're the one. This one. But I do want to look at this one. Yeah, stay optimistic. Okay, cool. And release your exes at the bottom. So there might be kind of some ups and downs having to do with old baggage from relationships in this connection. But it's important to stay positive as much as possible, darlings. Ah, Jesus. The cards. Oh, I love this card. There's just a little starfish here. All right, I want to give your tarot deck a little bit of a shuffle real quick. Ah, yeah, that sound. That's a great sound. It took me forever to learn how to shuffle a tarot deck. I used to I'd have a deck and I'd deal them into piles at random and then reassemble the deck because I couldn't sandwich shuffle. And so a couple years ago, I went to a tarot reader for the first time and she hands me the deck. She goes, okay, shuffle. So I do that. She just like dead ass stares at me the whole time. And she was just like, in the 15 years I've been doing this, I've never seen anyone do that. Like, yep, and you probably won't again. Nice to meet you, honey. So interesting. Okay, King of Wands already showing up here. Queen of Pence. I didn't flip them over like this. Wow, okay, these cards are just flying out for you guys. Okay, there's a lot of energy here. Hang on, let me just like ground for a split sec. Trying to deal. Taking a sip of my coffee. Yeah, I feel like I'm like stumbling over myself. I didn't feel like that in group 1 at all. All right, so is this person your twin? Like I said, I already saw, but yeah, you got the King of Cups. The number 1 might be significant here. Rhode Island might be important, but this is like deep soulmate twin kind of energy. This is masculine water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, so that might be important here. But this is like, yes, and the biggest purpose of this connection, or either the biggest factor in this connection or what will be the biggest factor eventually, is there's like a deep emotional bond here. There's a lot of emotional maturity, right? There's a lot of love. This is very soul-based. I will say the King of Cups doesn't always express his love in words, but he's very caring, very nurturing. He goes out of his way to really show his love to the people in his life. So this kind of like, this deep, mature love is going to end up being the backbone of this connection over time, like throughout this life journey for you. Let's see what else you got. You have, oh, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment more fully. I don't know why I'm like this, you guys. I'm sorry. You have journey. Okay. I like it. And you got two. Okay, can we talk about the fact this looks like they're about to flip them off? I think about it every single time I pull this card. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, he's like, looks like he's about to finger crank behind his hand. I don't know why it makes me laugh so hard though. So we have new beginnings. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. Noish, I like it. You have Inspire Pasión. Life is devoid of passion, or excuse me, life devoid of passion. Oof, the insides came out a little bit too much there. Just kidding. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. I love it. I love that we have yellow and orange, so like solar plexus and sacral chakra, very masculine, feminine energy. Perfect. So for your tarot, we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So I do like seeing that we have a King and Queen match here. And we'll talk more about those cards momentarily. We have the Devil reversed. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Eight of Wands reversed. Okay. So we have Capricorn energy here as well. Taurus, Virgo, Cap, Aries, Leo, Sag going on here. And then some water energy as well. I like this group a lot. I can see why I was like stumbling over my words. There's so much like fire and energy here where I'm just like, ooh, okay, it's happening. So something I'm getting with Journey and New Beginnings is I do feel like there is a new beginning in this connection that's going to be really important, really significant. This card always reminds me of the Chariot a little bit. So there is going to be this success in this connection. But I do feel like there's got to be a shift here. There's got to be a new cycle going on in this. And for some of you, this is going to include moving. I got that really strongly. So for some of you, because we have travel cards as well here with the Eight of Wands, and then the Three of Wands can speak of being at a distance. We have a lot of imagery of travel. So for some of you, this is a long distance connection and you need to close the gap. For some of you, you and this person might move very far away. You might initially be from different parts of the world, and that's something that you really have to work through, is like big differences in culture. I'm almost getting to, I don't know why, one of you might want to live in the city and one in a more rural setting, and you're going to have to kind of negotiate between those two. I do want to make note that the Queen of Pentacles is reversed here, right? So whoever the feminine is in this connection, they may doubt their abilities to a certain extent. They might kind of struggle sometimes with their self-image. I also kind of feel like with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I feel like, and also too, I'm almost getting with the Devil reversed here, these two together. I feel like the feminine in this connection might struggle a little bit in their career. So something I'm getting is that the feminine in this situation may have been trying to attract a new business opportunity, or like attract an opportunity to move to a city. There's a new beginning. There's a new venture and horizon for many of you. I feel like it's either moving or it's like a new, like entirely new job, new career, new business. And the feminine's been trying to draw this into their life. I do feel like there's a sense of hesitancy about what this will mean for the relationship though. The King of Wands is upright, so the masculine feels very sturdy in themselves. And it's interesting because their eyes are closed. It's like they have total trust in the universe, right? They walk by faith, not by sight, kind of a deal. And with the tree image, it's like they've carved out a place for themselves, right? So the masculine might be very set with their career. They might just, I feel like they're just very confident in themselves, very confident in their life, in their, like with Inspire Passion, it's like they know what they want, they know what they like, they're on the path. And so they feel very confident with whatever comes their way because they know they're on their divinely inspired path. The feminine might worry about this connection more than the masculine. The feminine might kind of feel a little bit insecure about, you know, is this my person? Am I on the right path? Like, especially if things have not become clear yet. Like if there's a manifestation that's coming in, but it hasn't materialized, the masculine might just inherently sense, like intuitively know that this is coming and feel very confident in that. Whereas the feminine might have some doubts, right? Have some fears to work through with this devil energy. But I do feel like there is this massive new beginning, because I feel like especially for the feminine, there's been something where they've been kind of devoid of their passion, and the masculines come in to ignite this for them. I have to sneeze, so just in case that comes out at any point. Oh, like now. Okay, excuse me. Whew. What a sneeze. All right, I'm recovering from that sneeze. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I feel like there's something where the feminine has been really out of touch with what really brings them passion, what ignites their passion. Whether this is in career or where they're living, those are the two big things that keep coming up, not exclusively, but like the biggest things. It feels like either, you know, the feminine's ready to like live somewhere new, go on a journey, try something entirely different. They're ready to have a different career. But I do feel like there is this fear within the feminine about taking this risk, this leap of faith. And for some of the feminines out there, it's going to be because there might be something that takes them sort of physically away from the masculine, right? It might be like a literal physical journey. So this could be like going away to, you know, if the feminine wants to go to school or go back to school, they want to do this to build themselves, to build their lives. But it's like, how will we deal with being long distance? Or what if we have to part ways for a little bit? I'm also getting to that the feminine might kind of worry about like how to juggle everything. So this to me, the king and queen, the king of wands and the queen of pentacles is like an entrepreneurial power couple, the same way the king of pentacles and the queen of wands would be as well. And I feel like this masculine is very confident in what he can accomplish. I used to say he because I'm talking about masculine energy. It does not have to refer to somebody's gender identity or expression. Yeah, the masculine's very, very confident in this connection. They're confident that everything will work out, that, you know, that they and the feminine are going to, going to figure everything out. They're, you know, everything's happening in divine orchestration and order. The masculine's just big chillin'. They don't really worry about it that much because they know inherently, intuitively, that this is where they're supposed to be. So if there's any big changes that need to happen, I feel like it's the feminine that's kind of working through their fears about it. Because like I said, we have orange here, yellow here, feminine and masculine. So I feel like the masculine's working on a new beginning. They could have already dealt with their devil energy. This could be like having dealt with a lot of karmic contracts. This can deal with just like having dealt with vices, lower vibrational energies. And I feel like that's why they're so confident. It's like, we've already done this. I've made it through this. Like, you know, I know what I want. They're ready for this new start. Right? They're ready to say fuck you to everything that's getting in the way. Because especially look at this like tree, the energetic outline, like they can see it, right? It's not by sight. They can see what's ahead. They can feel it. So it's like they're already living in that vibration. And as a result, they're very confident in this connection that it can weather anything. But I do feel like the feminine is kind of struggling to reconnect to their soul power a little bit. But there's like, because the fire is on half of her face, right? I feel like the feminine knows what they need to do, knows that there's a new beginning coming, knows that there's something they need to pursue, a passion they need to pursue, either with the masculine or by themselves, but there is fear around this. But this is a really good connection because we have the 3 of wands and then the 8 of wands reversed. It's really interesting because like I said, this is being at a distance, and this is usually a card of fast forward movement and travel. So it may mean that you guys have to be at a distance from one another for a little bit. I don't feel like it's very long because the wands energy is pretty fast moving. If this is a long distance connection, there might be again some like fear about if you're actually attracting like union, like in the physical, or if you're attracting, you know, the ability to be able to move to be with one another. But in general, I feel like this is really, really solid. This is saying like, it might take longer than you want because this is again, very fast energy, but it's like your person and spirit are all working together to get you there, right? You know, it's happening. And again, with the lattice work, it's like everything is woven together. Everything is like connected. Everything is coming together just right. And And it's just a matter of waiting, right? This is a card of your ships coming in. I kind of want to pull some more about this because I'm nosy. Ooh, okay. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords reversed and the Page of Swords. I feel like this Three of Swords reversed has to do with the Devil. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so the Empress is at the bottom. I feel like what's happening here is that there's a fear. The feminine's afraid that if they, whatever this new beginning is, especially if it means having less time to spend together or it means there's distance between the two, I feel like what the feminine's dealing with right now is fears around ending up heartbroken, right? Excuse me. Oof, excuse me. With the Page of Swords, this can talk about being on social media a lot. This is the little spy of the tarot. I feel like what the feminine's afraid of is the masculine being, you know, like talking to other people or like kind of low-key looking for other people, particularly online. Maybe there's a fear of like, hey, are you chatting to others? Or like, if you want to start like a business together, like a content channel, there's a fear of like, yeah, but are you going to find somebody else? That's the biggest thing. I feel like the feminine is not secure with whatever this new path is because there's still a little bit of healing that needs to happen around fears of ending up heartbroken, because look at all the paw prints of other people involved. You know, the Two of Pentacles is a card of weighing your options, going back and forth on two things. So I feel like there's this fear within the feminine that the masculine hasn't really picked them. They might feel like a little bit of like insecure in the connection in some way, shape, or form. But what Spirit really wants you to know is that even if this doesn't move as quickly as you want, your ships are coming in. Just like keep focusing on enjoying this moment, because like you attract the relationship you want, you're attracting the new beginning you want by enjoying, by like indulging in your passions and by enjoying your life, right? And I do feel like there is this big, beautiful star. I kind of want to pull cards about this. So what is the new beginning that's coming in for you guys? Okay. Ooh, I bumped the desk. Sorry, I was making sure you can still see. So you guys have, whoa, yeah, the Empress, the Four of Cups. Wow, and the King of Swords. Okay. Masculine air energy here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then Taurus and Libra here, though maybe Virgo applies because I almost said it. Okay, so the new beginning here is that I feel like with the Four of Cups, this is blossoming with the Lotus, but it's not quite here yet. And I feel like there's something where, you know, this new beginning, this could be an idea that you guys end up pursuing. The Empress is incredibly abundant. She's also like the epitome of divine feminine energy. She has excellent self-worth. We have a couple kittens here, so this can represent like motherhood or just birthing something into reality. This is usually about like love, a relationship, or like business and abundance, right? And that's what I'm kind of almost getting, is that maybe you guys want to pursue a business together, pursue like a career path. There's something like that. And what's coming next in this connection is there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of happiness. This is a time of prosperity. And I feel like there is understanding, because I'm really drawn into the Lotus here. There's understanding and enlightenment coming to the foreground in a situation where somebody was kind of sleeping on this connection before, right? The Four of Cups is usually about boredom, apathy. It's kind of like somebody's not really seeing the value and the potential. But we have this cat looking intensely, like intently at the King of Swords. Whoever didn't see this, like see the full potential, see, you know, see the way forward, whatever it may have been. They didn't see, you know, they may have had their own doubts about the relationship. And I feel this would be the masculine. They see it now, right? There's something that's really blossoming into existence in the physical that's already happened at a spiritual level. And I feel like there's going to be a full understanding, because the King of Swords, this is that mental realm, right? There's going to be a full understanding of the abundance and the prosperity available in this connection. Sorry if you can hear my dog. There's going to be a full understanding coming to the foreground that's going to kind of like neutralize this Four of Cups energy. And this person's going to start, like, if this person hasn't expressed this to you, they're going to let you know, like, hey, I think you're the Empress, right? Like, they see you as abundant. They see you as really beautiful. You're like their number one, their one and only. They just see you as like, they might be kind of like recognizing like, oh shit, this is wifey material or like husband material, whatever resonates with you. They might be talking about wanting a family. Like they're going to make it known to you. They're going to be communicating to you that they see you like this, and they want that type of, like they want to start a new beginning with you, and one that's very, very solid. And they're going to apologize for maybe not, you know, taking it as seriously or taking you for granted, or, you know, putting you on the back burner in some way, making you doubt your importance to them. They're going to let you know that like, hey, you know, especially with him kind of coming out this little cat door, like poking his little head out. I feel like there's something where they're going to be coming out of the cave a little bit and letting you know like how much they value you and how elevated you are in their eyes. And it's really going to kind of assuage these fears a lot. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I think this is just about everything I have for group 2. And yeah, like I said, I offer this reading if you're looking for it for yourself. I'm wishing you guys the best, the brightest, the most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 3. Bye, guys. Hi, group 3. Okay, so y'all picked this little blue starfish. This is a nice feeling off of it. I gotta say, I'm like, that's good. So I have this lovely playing card deck, which is going to give us our yes or no answer through cartomancy. This is where playing cards have tarot card equivalents. So this will be our yes or no. And then I have oracle card decks next to me that I'm going to be drawing from, as well as tarot, to get more information. As I said before, even if you get an answer you don't particularly like or you didn't expect, I encourage you to stick around, because this is going to give you valuable information about the connection you're asking about. So I'm just giving this a little teeny bit of shuffle, just a little tiny shuffle. So is group 3's person their twin, their counterpart, whatever it is that you call your special someone? There's the answer. And then I was like, which deck do I want to pull from next? I'm going to pull one of the Romance Angels Oracles. I like how both of the decks, like the card almost jumped off, but then didn't. It was like, no, let me contain myself. So maybe you and this person, like, been taking it slow, or, you know, you're ready to, like, this person I feel like they want to jump, they want to pounce, but there's a little bit of a fear. Oh yeah, okay. I'm seeing why. Excuse my sniffles. My allergies are just terrible. Allergies. Yeah, synchronicities at the bottom. I feel like this person sees signs of you everywhere. They're like, Jesus, I can't get away from it, but in a good way. I'm just giving the tarot deck like a little itty bitty shuffle. I would do it on the board, but that would just ruin everything, because shuffling is not my strong suit. Okay, so, I want to pick. All right, I'll pick that one too. Tell me about group 3's person. I want to look at this card, but that's not a part of it. Okay, the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so trying to just fix this for us so it's some kind of semblance of neat. I don't know. All right, so are you guys ready? Let's get into it. Is the person you have in mind your twin, your counterpart, divine peanut butter to your divine jelly, whatever you want to call it, baby? Okay, interestingly enough, group 1 got this card as well. That's really fascinating, because I shuffled the deck, as you saw. Interesting. Okay, but I feel like the energy is really different here. So this is one of those few cards where it's neither a yes nor no. We have the numbers 2 and 4 showing up. South Dakota might be important here, or the initials SD might be important here, so I'm trying to be mature and not giggle about it. But that's not going to happen. So let me look at the rest of your cards to get a better idea. I'm almost inclined, so with group 1, when this card came out, I was kind of feeling more of a no vibe. But here I kind of feel a little more of a yes, but let's look at what cards come out for you first. So, ooh, you have deception. Okay, someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Don't worry, it's not as bad as it seems. You have letter. I love that. You have stay connected. We are all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have the tendency to pull away from the connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. So with this hand being on here, I feel like you guys connect a lot astrally as well. This person might be a spirit guide for you. Let's see. For tarot, you have the 2 of Swords. All right, strong message. Strength. Could see that. That's interesting too, because when I was for group 1, this was at the bottom of the deck. So if you were torn between groups 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, you might want to go check out group 1. You have the 6 of Swords. This cat looks so pissed. And wow, the 10 of Wands. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say this. I feel like your person who you have in mind has been through quite a lot of challenging experiences in their life. And this is helping them on their path to ascension. But they've been through many transformations, right? And subsequent healing as a result. But I feel like they're still carrying this with them, right? Because snakes are interesting in the fact that they're one of those animals that can be kind of seen as deceptive. And we have this deception card. Your person's learned to wear a false self mask all the time. That's how they feel safe. That's how they make their way through the world. And this is due to some pretty heavy experiences they've had. They've had to learn to really be strong within themselves, possibly independently. I feel like it's one of those things where, because look, we have several people here, right? There's something here where like they are surrounded by people, but they always feel lonely, right? And this is because they've gotten farther away from their connection to source throughout their journey. They've gotten further dissociated with the true self, their authentic self. And if you've ever gotten a reading with me, I'm sure you've heard me talk about the fact that it's my true belief that many of our problems in life come from being dissociated with the authentic self, knowing what we truly want, feeling worthy of advocating for it, and taking the steps necessary to go after it or to welcome it in, right? This person, I feel like this person loves the shit out of you though. Like this is, and maybe this is that what they're hiding and where I was getting the energy of like, I want to go for it. I want to pounce. This might be their unspoken truth because the 2 of Swords is a card of stalemate. And we see this here with this imagery. I feel like you have like made some offer to them. Maybe you feel like you're making it clear or you're hinting super hard and they look like they're just not into it, like they're not having it. It could very well be that this person has waited so long because it's a card of patience. You've had to be really patient with this person. This person's waited so long to express their feelings now you're upset. But I feel like this person's been trying to keep a poker face when it comes to you. But this person loves the shit out of you. They have so much they want to say. And with the dove here as well, they feel very peaceful around you, but I also feel like it's like they want to say their piece, right? They want to, and with all the roses, they want to speak the love that they have for you out into the world. Because I feel like they know that sitting on their feelings is only causing problems. Because look, the door is open, right? There's an openness here, but they still don't feel like they can come out. And this is because this is an inner child healing card for me usually. This is because they're still trying to heal things that have happened to them before. You know, the cat's got the snake in its mouth. It's still carrying, like, your person's still carrying past baggage, and they're really, with a 10, they're trying to finish up their cycle. They're trying to put it down. They're trying to take the mask off to a certain extent, but they're having a very, very hard time. I feel like also too with this image on the strength card, they're very afraid that you're gonna be fed up with their shit and leave before they get to their point of breakthrough. And I don't think that's a conscious thought that they have, but they can feel it energetically. They're like, you know, maybe they go a while where they don't really talk that much, especially like with this. Maybe it's one of those things where you ask like, hey, how do you feel about me? And they can't get it out. And it kind of just looks like they don't give a shit. I feel like that's not at all the case. Like I said, I feel like you and this person connect astrally quite a lot. That might be where you're getting a lot of work done together, because that might be the only time that they can express themselves honestly, right? So let's say you have a dream about them and it's really, really nice, like, and you wake up and you're like, damn, why can't they say that in real life? They're trying to tell you in the only ways they feel like they can connect with you currently. Now, I'm not saying that's enough to deal with crap you don't feel like you want to deal with or you should deal with, or toxic behavior, but this isn't personally about you. They cannot get out, because again, like, the door is open, you've made the space, you've made it clear. Again, you may have put your feelings out there and they just didn't say anything back, and you're kind of like, or they were like kind of dismissed it, like, oh, that's nice, thanks. And you're kind of like, the fuck, dude? But they have so much they want to say. And this is tied with the purple ribbon, right? Very spiritual color. It's like the love they have for you, the words of love they want to speak to you are like spiritually inspired. And I feel that's a language that they're not competent with yet. So I want to pull more cards because I'm a nosy bitch. Yeah, that one. Let's figure out more of what's going on. We have Knight of Wands reversed at the bottom. So this person might kind of struggle to move forward when they want something. This person might be a recovering fuckboy. Yeah, we have Queen of Swords. Wow, Seven of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so I do feel like something very long-term has ended in their life. And this was very, very challenging for them. But I do think they're trying to, so this card always looks like they're talking to me, right? And this is the card of like longevity, commitment, family, stuff like that. I feel like they, you know, first of all, we have feminine air energy here. So Aries, or excuse me, maybe Aries then, because I said it. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person's trying to get clear on what it is they want. They're trying to use logic to make it through their feelings. And guess what? That's not going to fucking work. They don't know that yet, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. They're trying to logic their way through their feelings. We have a lot of swords going on here. We have no cups. Oh, sorry. We have the one cups card we have is all about confusion and illusions, right? And we have this little castle here. It's like they see it with you. They see the abundance. We have a little treasure chest, and the fish are a sign of abundance. They see the potential, but it's like they don't know how to get to it. They don't know how to even make it work. It's like, what I'm hearing, it's like slipping through their hands. They feel like you're slipping through their hands somehow. And they're trying to figure out like what they're feeling. Again, I feel like you challenge this person emotionally quite a lot. And not like challenge them, like make them feel bad. It's just like you stimulate and trigger them emotionally, and that's not a language they're used to speaking. So they're really trying to figure out their feelings so they can communicate them clearly. I feel like with this Ten of Pentacles reversed, they may have, like I said, gone through like this. Maybe they had a super long-term relationship or a marriage that fell apart. Maybe this is like family stuff that they're really trying to kind of deal with, baggage that they're trying to like let go of. But I feel like this is something where they're really contemplating, what do I want for the future? Because they want to have a conversation with you about it. Yeah, they want to be able to have a conversation with you about it, but they don't know exactly what they're feeling or what to do. I want to pull cards to look at what's the nature of this relationship, because I feel like for a lot of you, the answer is actually a yes, but there's like, I'm hearing it's got to come from them. Like they've got to be talking to you about how they feel. There's something here about that. So what's the nature of this relationship? Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords. This person's, look how grumpy. This is a cute little grumpy piece of shit. like this person, it's like, you made me feel things. Fuck you. Like this person's, they love you, but they're also very irritated and like agitated by the situation. Which is, I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny, but it's a little funny. So what is the nature of this connection? We have the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. Wow, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. And the Five of Wands, okay. So these are normally like really difficult cards, but I'm not picking up super shitty energy. I don't know what it is. Look at this little cat's face, by the way. Can we look at that? He's like, oh. So I feel like the reason why we're not getting a clear answer with the Ace of Swords and we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom and the Knight of Swords reversed is that the true nature of this connection, it's got to come from this person. This might be something where there's a lot of free will, like it could go either way. In terms of like whether or not you're meant to be with this person. When I saw this, I was like, oh, sing like a canary. But like the paw's got the feather, right? So I feel like this person's only going to say something if they feel this person, hang on. The thing that might motivate this person, and I'm not saying, you know, play games with anyone. I don't really believe in that. But the thing that might end up kind of pushing this person into speaking their truth is if they feel like there's like competition for you. They feel like if they feel like they might lose you, or like they feel like you're going to walk away, that might be the thing that motivates them, because they're very afraid of coming forward and speaking their truth to you. They're super duper afraid. We have Siamese cats all over the place too. So this person might be prone to see things in black and white a little bit, and this is confusing to them because it's not so simple. There might be some kind of like complications in the way with the Ten of Wands, where it's like I have all these feelings for this person, but there's all this bullshit in the way. There might be with the Five of Wands, there might be a lot of like difficult, you know, obstructions, petty people to have to deal with. There's like other energies in the mix that have to be dealt with. So it's like I know what my truth is. I want to come say it, but I got to deal with all this crap first. So I feel for many of you this is very positive. I do feel like this is actually going to end up being either like a yes, or it's like a deep level soulmate. You guys are always connected. You always will be. But I feel like whatever this has got to come from this person. I want to pull, how do they feel about you? Like, what do they think about you? How do they feel about you? Because there's something, again, where this has really got to come from this person. They have to communicate their truth to you. And there's something about you getting an answer right now that would disrupt that, disrupt that process. I'm like, I feel like they love the shit out of you. Like, they do, but they're terrified. Yeah, Three of Swords at the bottom. They're really afraid of heartbreak. So in terms of how they feel about you, we got the Fool, the Two of Cups reversed, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is, again, really struggling to communicate. They might keep tabs on your social media because that's the way they feel like they can talk to you. And because we have the Three of Swords at the bottom, I feel like they've had situations in the past where they thought they were with somebody and they thought that was going to be like their person forever, right? These cats look the same. So it's like two birds of a feather, two of a kind. But then in this cat, we have one of those cats, or a very similar looking cat, that's walking away by itself. I feel like it was something where they were left, especially with the dog. They were very loyal to this person, and this person either left them or forced them to leave the situation. Maybe there was like deception involved, something like that. And there's something where they were very open and vulnerable with this person. They were very giving. And they just like, I hear that like, they never doubted for a second, right? That this person, like they never had any doubt circulating in their mind. So when this person left them or put them in a situation where they had to leave, it like really altered their perception of relationships, right? There's the little roses here. It's like they had to walk away from the concept of love itself is what I'm kind of getting. And this might be why they've really struggled to take action in love or to commit, because we have a shitload of swords here, but very few cups. But in terms of how they feel about you, you make them want to try again with the Fool. You make them feel really optimistic, really expansive, and they see the mountains, right? These mountains are always a sign of obstacles, right? They see the potential obstacles, but you make them feel like they can overcome them. You make them feel like a natural woman. No, you make them feel like, look at the little roses. You make them feel like love is blooming again. And they're hesitant. They're very afraid to trust that, but they think that that's a possibility. I want to pull one more. I don't have a problem, I swear. All right, what's the Eight of Pentacles? Yeah, they want to work on this. They think there's a lot of potential here, and they want to work on this. So I like that quite a lot. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I'm kind of picking up on. Sorry about my sniffles. At the bottom was the Nine of Swords reversed, They really want to overcome their fear here. And this is probably what they're going to tell you about. But in terms of whether or not you're twins, I do feel like the answer is going to be made clearer soon. I feel bad because 2 out of 3 of the groups got like maybe. But in the differences in this group, I feel like the answer is most likely yes for many of you. Whereas in the first group, I felt like the answer is most likely no. So I hope that's been helpful. Like I said, if you want this reading for yourself, please feel free to check out my yes or no readings. I'd be honored and delighted to get to do a personal reading for you on the subject. I think that's everything I have. I am wishing you guys the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye.